is Dan,
Bob,
and Eric
from GigaBoots.com, and welcome to GigaBoots podcast number 66. I don't have any clever jokes for 66. How about you two?
Oh, Execute Order 66.
Yeah, I thought that was like the only one.
That's the Star Wars and the prequels where he was like, hey, kill all the Jedis.
That was Order 66.
Wonder why I didn't remember it. So hey, we're like on a crazy new lens, and we have crazy new video capabilities that far outstripped what we had for last week's episode.
You are getting Baker acted tomorrow. It's this crazy.
And then he spent $3K on his camera for a video podcast on YouTube that he makes no money off.
The judge doesn't even finish the sentence. Video
Dude,
podcast guilty.
I'm already writing that.
Guilty of something.
Guilty of stupid.
Stupid.
They call it some manner of vlogcast.
We got some sort of shallow depth of field going on here. That's pretty nice.
Some cast blog vlog.
I'm eclipsing Tosh. She's not real.
Don't look directly into it unless you have a special piece of paper.
It's like, oh man, we have really good visual fidelity. What sort of face should I make? Oh, I know. Egoraptor.
What, the
Good.
Chittigans?
Yes.
I believe that's what it's called.
Fucking Zuckerberg. In any case. So, yeah, we played video games.
We did. Well, I mostly played video game.
Okay. Which?
Bastion.
Oh, okay.
I had played most of the way through it last time, but this time I actually beat it and went, yay! I get to beat Bastion again! Because there's a New Game Plus mode. There's a trophy for beating New Game Plus.
Sorry to interrupt. I finally realized why this is weird.
What's up?
We've only used that TV to preview the monitor output or the HDMI output from the camera when we did Sonic Month for framing sake. Or actually, did I just hand do Sonic Month by checking it a lot? I don't know. Either way, it was a sketch.
Okay.
So it wasn't like us just sitting and talking. So now I'm staring at me.
Right.
And you're like, make it stop, make it stop, make it go away.
Also, I'm noticing the latency difference between my eye movements and that one's eye movements.
Yeah, you can see the eyes slightly moving left to right.
See, it's funnier when you do it because you look coked out. You're like, look at the eyes, look at the eyes. Yes.
Like that, exactly.
Yeah, so in any case, Bastion.
Bastionborn.
Blast Chamber.
Yes. Blasto. Yeah.
Damn it.
Bam.
Phil Hartman.
So yeah, that game continues to be incredible.
Cool.
If you want to max out everything, you do kind of have to do New Game Plus, but you start the game with all of your upgraded equipment and all of the elixirs that do if your extra boosts and stuff. So you're like shotgunning first level enemies, like
Does the game get more difficult, or?
The game has a modular difficulty in the gods. You can invoke different up to 10 gods at a time, and each of them do different things.
But
When
I mean,
you
like
invoke them,
when you go to New Game Plus, is that a hard difficulty up?
No, it is not
it's just
difficulty up.
No,
It's
it's like
just-
the original Chrono Trigger New Game Plus.
Yeah,
it is
like-
just the game again.
Steamroll version.
Okay.
Which is great. It feels great to just get through the story at a really brief pace.
Yeah, just woof, it does feel good. Man, just hammering things, like charging up a hammer and smacking a thing 3 times the size of you, dead instantly, feels pretty good.
Staring at myself this much, I've decided I gotta get ripped for this podcast.
Roland ripped.
No one is Roland ripped!
Right, that's physically impossible.
Cuts to Roland with a Roland piano.
But no, each of the difficulty is set by the gods that you can have, because
how does that work?
each of them does something. It's not just it has basic standard ones like enemies do more damage, are quicker to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones are like if you kill an enemy, it'll drop a bomb that will damage you.
Mm-hmm.
Others they will occasionally be insubstantial and you can't hit them, just randomly if you invoke that god. Or they'll sometimes reflect attacks, or if they hit you, you're slowed. Other things like that. There's an achievement for doing the challenge arenas, that are parts backstory story and just arena challenges.
Yeah.
For invoking 5 of the gods and
Bob,
finishing
stop
it,
staring at you.
and 10 of the gods at once and finishing it. So yeah, and I have to do all of them. There's 4 of those arenas, and I have to do all 4 of them with all 10 gods at once, even with everything upgraded max. That is still hard. Like, holy shit hard.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of little things going on there that just make it ridiculous.
You going for the platinum?
I actually am.
Cool.
I decided I love this game too much to not platinum it.
That's what Bob made the decision on. What was it? It wasn't Bayonetta 1. It
Devil May Cry to get
Devil May
the
Cry
trophies
3
for it.
Yeah.
I was like, I only have 3
wasn't the
platinums.
case
So.
for Tekken 6.
No, it wasn't.
The hardest thing actually about those arenas is each of the first 3 are for each of the like zones. They have just different enemies for like different parts of the game. The last one, the 4th one, mixes them all up in a jumble. So you have enemy combinations you're not used to yet at all that don't even appear in the game, and you have to deal with it.
That's cool.
It is cool, and it's super hard. Oh god. Oh, also, by invoking all the gods, you get a money and experience boost. So,
Okay.
There's reason to
there's
to
reward.
do it other than look at me. I have a big dick.
Look at my big dick.
Was if you complete that arena stuff, do you get like some special item or anything?
You get the item is backstory for characters.
Okay.
Basically, that's your reward. You do get experience and money for doing it.
Right,
what
but
you
not
gather.
like
but no,
like new
special
gun
items.
or something.
No, all the guns are all the weapons, all everything are found within the game. And I want to just real quick because they keep bringing it up. It's even in the game's advertising of the narrator responds to everything you do, and like in like the first minute, and then like every once in a while it does like a small
Really?
thing that it does.
Huh.
But for the most part, it's
just that first level.
it's just that first level where he's really like responding to almost
Yeah.
everything you do.
Yeah.
And
I
the
thought
rest
that
of it-
continued.
Right?
There's a little bit of that sometimes, but for the most part, it's just he says things as you get through the level because you realize he's not just talking to you, the person or something. He's actually telling a story to someone. So it's not as prevalent as all the advertising makes it sound. It's mostly prevalent in the first section, and then it kind of dips off from there.
I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of, where they made a huge thing out of advertising one aspect of a game that wasn't really the appeal, but I can't remember it right now.
Was it Brutal Legend?
No, fuck.
Oh, I know Bayonetta
Did
too.
that have anything you could oh, fuck. Okay, so yeah.
All the advertising made it look like an action game when really it was a strategy.
dating sim.
Dating sim?
You could only
Talk
date
about
Blue's-
Bayonetta 2.
Oh, right.
But yeah, we yes.
Yes, but I mean, it doesn't make it not a good game. It's still incredible.
You fucker.
Yeah,
but it doesn't do that thing. Just saying.
it's
Sometimes
weird.
daddy lies.
It's weird just how much it's advertised and how people say, "Oh, that's the thing about this game." It's not really the thing. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, so the first like hour or so I played, it definitely felt like the thing.
yeah, that is.
So
but
I
the
can-
rest of it, I mean, it does vaguely like when you get to certain points of the level, it'll say things, and only occasionally after that, if you like, it'll give you a different like thing you said if you do. In one of like the weapon challenge areas, if you do poorly or well, it'll just change your response, but it's not an immediate like, oh, good shot. Like, you missed that guy.
I realized I don't have to turn my head to look at you two anymore.
This is true. You can just look at us on there. It's not safe.
Wait, if I...
Like you're actually touching. Yeah. At least you can wipe off your hand.
No.
Just make like weird bear rubbing up against tree sound.
So yeah, but I'm going to platinum this. Check. I'm going to see if it's possible for me to platinum this.
There you go.
I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to make a real attempt at it. And try many different weapon combinations. Which, by the way, something that is part of that.
Keep going.
Something that is part of that do things the guy reacts to is every time you choose a different combinations of weapons, no matter the combination, the narrator will have something like interesting to say about it,
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's,
which is really cool.
You know what else is really cool?
What?
So
Is it a camera thing?
it actually is, and it's relevant to the people watching, and kind of us as well.
Okay.
So
Is it relevant to Bastion? Shut up.
this is Bastion time. So this is a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. It can power both the audio recorder and our camera for something like 6.5 to 8 hours. We can record this podcast anywhere, Eric. Anywhere.
Please don't do that.
We're meeting at Whataburger.
Here
Get
we are
out.
at
Get
Denny's.
out.
Here we are at Denny's, killing ourselves slowly. Great.
I need another French-tastic slam. No. No one needs a French-tastic slam. The only need thereof is the need to no longer do that to yourself.
Which I think we've talked about it before, but what is it with companies and ridiculous, like, almost trolling you? Yeah, go ahead, order it. I dare you. I asked him to buy me a quesarito, and he said, I'll do it.
Speaking of which, Bob,
I won't enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I won't like it. Because fucking quesarito.
I like a...
Let me say some stupid demon words in order to have my friend imbibe garbage.
It was actually tasty.
So, Bob,
What's
the shredded
up?
chicken.
you ate a Chick Star.
I did.
How was the Chick Star?
It wasn't as bad as I expected.
You didn't have the sriracha quesarito?
I forgot that existed.
Yeah.
Darn it. I should have got that.
Oh no, we're going back.
But yeah, it's definitely
you.
it's definitely not great or anything, but it's okay.
That meat's just gross. It's like,
I'm used to being served
Slimy.
gross
Is it the
meat.
same, like, shredded chicken?
No, it's a fried chicken patty.
oh yeah, that's why it's gross. It's a thin chicken patty like you would expect from, I don't know, a frozen food section that has been fried. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing I was tweeting about weeks ago where I was like, oh god, oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, Chick Star, no.
And here's where I hate you.
Uh-huh.
Because my thought immediately went to, why didn't you save it for the hipster stream?
Because I already ate it.
Oh,
And then it would only be 2 people eating it, and me going,
you could have lied and acted surprised. So it'll be basically what Indie held, but for food.
yeah.
Because you're constantly
We
doing
actually
this.
recorded a couple of those with Aggro
Oh.
recently. I bought them so long ago, I forgot what they were. So they're both all 3 of us going, no!
You can't exactly do that with food. I bought this so long ago, I don't know what it is anymore. It's just-
Well, no, that is true.
yeah.
What is this? It's probably at least 1 billion population.
And those buildings, those tiny planes.
I love cultures.
Yay.
Devour them. So,
You are I am Galactus.
that's taking too much effort. I'm just going to stop. So, hey, have you been playing anything else other than Blast Chamber?
Other than Blasto. No, but I have. After that, I will. I actually haven't played any Bloodborne. I thought I would, but I'm afraid to go into the Mad Forest.
Yeah, it's just so mad.
It is too mad. I'm afraid of its mad. So I may just
did you
loan it
beat
to you
the-
while I play Supergiant games for a bit.
Did you beat the cathedral boss then?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready to. I'm primed to head dick first into the forest, but. The joke would have been better if we didn't have the black bar cutting off.
No,
our
it's
dicks.
better because they assume there's some like movie rig that pulls us dick first,
No.
and we get the running through the forest shot of us.
Sam Raimi, but just
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's pretty
But-
good.
So yeah, I mean, I'll probably go back to it. I've just been sucked into Bastion
Right.
so much because man, I love that game, man.
Which one, Blast Chamber?
Yes, so good.
I mean, that voice clip where it's like 3.
I love
2,
Blast Core.
1. Goodbye. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
But and then
Has
after
anyone
this,
in this room seen The Wizard?
yeah, I've seen.
I've only seen clips.
I feel like I've seen it all the way through, but it was so long ago that I barely remember it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing until internet reviews of it cropped up.
You're like, no, that's a light one.
And the weird thing is, like, usually when people have that problem, it's because they weren't into gaming when a thing came out. It was just, no, I was hella into gaming. It's like, I've had a game console since I was born, basically.
You just somehow.
I never fucking heard of it. I'm fucking a wizard.
It's okay.
I feel like I saw
You
parts
heard
of it
about the
on
wizard? It
TNT
was
or
like, I'm not
something.
into wizards. I don't know wands.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, Mario Brothers 3 came out before Super Mario World. Super Mario World came out in 1991. We would be 3.
Yeah, and that movie would
2?
quickly fall into obscurity. I'm sure.
Obviously, because it was garbage and an advertisement.
Right?
Yes. But what all I wanted to say is that once I'm finished with Bastion,
Because that movie's garbage and an advertisement.
Look, man, the first one.
because that
movie's garbage and an advertisement. Bob, Maybe your Amazon shopping list will get you bakers acted before this lens does me.
Maybe.
The race is on. Dear policeman.
All I wanted to say was that once I'm done with Bastion, I'm gonna actually. I promised myself I'm gonna go into Transistor.
Okay.
Once I've wrung Bastion for all of its lovely juices, I'll go into Transistor.
I feel like that is both a good thing and a bad thing, because the good part is like, good, he's using his love of Bastion to catapult him into giving this game a chance. But then the bad thing is like, he's now directly comparing Transistor to Bastion.
Yes.
Well,
From what I hear from everyone, that doesn't end well.
I was gonna do that anyway because I already love Bastion. It's only just reminded me of my fanaticism.
But then it's like you're
But now
fresh. You're so
everything's
fresh
fresh.
on
I'm so
it.
fresh. I'm
you're so-
steaming practically hot from the oven of fanaticism.
Yeah. You got one of those space age plastic bags that has tiny vents in it that don't open up until you're hot.
And they go, psst, and then I just flex and I just steam like Roland, pretty much.
Yeah, you just. And then you're like, fresh broccoli.
I'm cooking broccoli in my
With your
moob,
steamer.
my moob pouches that I
Yes.
have hanging off.
You know, I didn't think the moob pouches would. Let's not talk about broccoli.
What you
being in your
playing?
tits.
What you been playing? I'm out of things.
What have you been playing, Bob? Save us!
I tried out Mortal Kombat X. Okay, guys. Mortal Kombat X.
I played some of that
You mean
too.
Mortal
we
Kombat 10?
No,
No.
It's, they
Okay.
it is the 10th game. They
What is
asked Ed
X?
Boon themselves, and he's like, "No, we're calling it X."
It's X now. The next one will be X2 and then X3.
I feel like a couple times on the internet by now, somebody's been like, just like Mega Man X.
That's what I was going for.
And his name's Taiko.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because that wasn't the 10th Mega Man game.
No, it wasn't.
But Taiko thought it was.
I thought it was Gabe.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Taiko.
I don't know. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I could have
Well,
sworn
see,
I read it as Gabe.
you're like, oh, isn't it funny that they got that wrong? I own like so many Mega Man games. I was like, what fucking idiots? Note forever. But yeah,
Also,
that was Taiko.
10th Mega Man game? How quaint. There's 800 of them.
Nah, they stopped making them before they could hit 800. But they tried. They tried real damn hard.
Yeah.
They made 8 X games. That was
Jeez.
4 too many.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
So how is the Mortal Kombat?
It seems like the combat in there is pretty solid.
They added a charge shot, and you can dash now.
Neat.
So you get these capsule upgrades. Because Dr. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Dan. I
Mortal
guess
Kombat X. We played it on the stream.
we did. That story mode is awful. Like, really bad.
talking.
I don't have anyone else to talk to here, but I guess I can tell the internet. It's got.
I'm the second Bob on the screen.
You are not.
Yeah, I just had to.
You could
There's an empty chair over there.
No, be empty. We'll edit multiple Bobs.
I can't really do that.
Do it anyway.
Okay. I'm lying. I'm not going to do that. Hey, Bob.
Hey,
We
Dan.
played Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat X is a fighting game.
it is, and it seems like it might be all right.
That's
As far as fighting goes, the fatalities, they do this really weird thing, and brutalities. They lock them all behind the crypt, which is
Yeah,
really
the
annoying.
crypt.
Which is this
See, I've heard lots
thing-
of people say it's cool.
it's this big thing you go into, and you just have to. You basically, every gravestone in the crypt has a different thing, but you have no idea what it is until you pay for it.
Yeah.
So if you really,
And they've been doing that since the PS2.
they
Like,
have,
did that-
but I feel like the fatalities weren't locked there. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
some of them on PS2 were.
Jeez.
I'm not saying it was good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
But
they
it-
have a track record.
And I think the fatalities being locked there, that's like, okay, one extra thing per character. But when brutality is locked there, that's like 5 more brutalities. And brutalities are super short things. They're just based on actually killing a guy in a skillful way.
Yeah, with the specific methods. So, like, if you spit as Reptile 5 times in a round and then you finish him with another spit, their face will melt off. And it won't be like an overly developed cutscene thing. It'll just happen, and then it'll be like, brutality!
Neat.
It's sort of like, surprise moment. So, the element that adds to the game is a bit of a, like, you know, if you got the upper hand on someone significantly, you can just try to do that to them, and then they can probably perceive that you're trying to do that to them
And
and,
try and-
get fucking angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I mean, the only thing that I found kind of like with the newer Mortal Kombat's that kind of irked me just a slight bit was that all the X-ray moves.
Yeah?
Because so many of not that they're bad, but just that through the like that's cool. Like I'm breaking your skull. Like, but so many of them were like. That's a fatality. They should be dead. Like one of them I saw was like, I stab a knife through your neck and I snap your spine in two. Like, how are you still moving? And they're just moving like nothing happened afterwards.
It is,
I was like,
it's really
I
dumb.
can take a lot.
It's super dumb.
What? Like what was it? One of like Sub-Zero's ones. He pulls out an organ, forms it into a spike, and stabs you through your eye into your brain. And then you're like, I'm still fighting you. Ha ha ha. Like, no, you're fucking.
Oh man, that hurt.
Dead 5 ways till Sunday. Get out. Get out. But still cool. But still, like...
Yeah, it's, like, really cool, but it's insanely dumb at the same time.
Right, and I feel like that's what Mortal Kombat's going for, I guess.
Okay. Insanely cool, insanely dumb.
So, about the not cool part...
Small one last thing. There was, like, I think I remember seeing a cutscene where that happened, like they were fighting, I think, Sub-Zero, that's where I saw it from. And he did, like, stab through the brain thing to their character. And afterward, the cutscene went, oh, is everyone okay? And everyone's, like, just had a couple, like, bruises and a bit of blood. You were stabbed through the brain!
Yeah.
Right?
You're not okay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how the story mode is.
The story mode, like, it's so bad. It's about, like, these 4 new characters that are all really boring.
Gerstmann called them the Combat Kids.
Yeah, I think that's...
So Mortal Kombat lore, dumb and not interesting.
The last Mortal Kombat was actually a lot of fun. I feel like it had a good, interesting story, and that was basically all it was ever capable of. Like, because that was basically remaking the very first Mortal Kombat and that sort of thing.
Through weird time travel mind powers.
Right, so it was just a tournament, and that works for what Mortal Kombat is. And I feel like that's the only good story they can ever tell with it.
Let me
sadly,
explain.
that's it.
This new one's about the politics of Earth and Outworld and Kotal Khan taking over and the insurrection against him and Earthworld's role in that, as well as these teenagers learning to deal with being compared to their parents and getting out of the shadow of their forebearers.
All solid themes, but together in a game...
But here's the thing.
like Mortal Kombat.
Right. And also doing all of them? I feel like that's kind of hard.
And plus, it's the shortest story mode they've ever done. So
yeah, which
they
is
try and do
weirder.
all of that in that limited time.
So it just comes off as extremely forced.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, like, I feel like Mortal Kombat 9, at least what I played of it, jumped a lot more with characters in the story mode. You didn't just play one dude and beat up 4 dudes in a row.
Yeah, no, it always was like, it was divided into chapters where you play as one dude, but he didn't just...
Literally fight 4 guys in one area.
In one room, yeah, that was weird, and that happened basically with every character in this game. It was like, oh, and then they run into this one group of guys and fight all 5 of them, even though it was a team of like 4 guys himself.
Yeah, he's got 4 guys with him. They run into an offensive force of 5 guys, and then you're playing this as this one guy, and you take down all 5, and then that story segment sort of ends, and the next scene begins, and you play as someone else. And it's not really great to deal with that. Like, that's kind of bad, because in Mortal Kombat 9 it would be like you go to a place, a thing would happen, you'd get in a fight, you would realize something, you would go to some other place, and then some other elements would happen, somebody interrupts you, like Cyrax or whatever.
Actual pacing to it.
Yeah,
right.
And any development in between all the fights. So yeah, any pacing. Yeah, so that was disappointing because, like, Mortal Kombat 9 is kind of held up as the cream of the crop for fighting game stories because of how well it told itself.
Yeah.
As compared to Soul Calibur 5, which was insanely bad.
As compared to Blaze Blue, which is like, what? What?
Allow me to just vomit words.
Yeah.
Are these real words?
I made up most of them.
Want to just have a visual novel along with your fighting game? I guess. Why not?
I mean, I do. I loved that element of it. I liked how each and every... Fuck you, Android phone. In any case, each and every character got what felt like a full story mode for them because of the way they did that.
Yeah.
And then if you want the canon story, you do the canon story mode. I liked that. And they did the storytelling well, and they had enough joke endings with each character's story. Like, one of Ragnar's just ends with him treating Taukaka to food. at a Chinese place, and then he's like, wait a second, I thought you were paying. She's like, no, you said you were covering it. He's like, if I don't have money and you don't have money. And then a Chinese waitress is like, excuse me, sir, did you say you don't have money? And then he's like, about that, dine and dash. And then you get some artwork where it's a full screen of him like flipping a table as he runs out, and Tao Kaka's like, ooh, and there's a pissed off Asian waitress. And that's just one of the joke endings if you make the choice to go down just the right branch. It's great.
All right.
Yeah. I love that each character got.
Doesn't
really
he
nice
wield a
stories.
sword the size of his body?
You're right, but
why is he afraid of a tiny Asian woman?
Because he wouldn't kill her. Because he's not a bad man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is.
Okay. But what's she gonna do to him to make him not?
Make him beat her up.
Watch out! I'm crazy.
I don't know. You go to enough bars, you would know that feel. Bitch. Bitches, leave. If you were that dad from That 70s Show.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's right. That was him. No wonder he was so angry all the time.
Fucking RoboCop.
Dad, why are you so angry? I was killed by RoboCop. Okay.
I'm kind of still dealing with it. Being Ghost Dad.
That doesn't sound right. You want to be killed by RoboCop? I'll get him.
I'll fucking get him. I'll just I don't know, shoot people and do drugs.
Dad, doesn't that movie set in the 90s or something?
No, that was set in the 50s. Everything you know about the 50s is a lie. Oh man, that's a...
RoboCop became God King and killed me.
I was still thinking like just then when I said everything you know about the 50s is a lie, I was like, oh god, that could actually happen. And then I remembered that Whitest Kid Did You Know sketch where it was like Trevor Moore as an 8-year-old and his grandma's like, and they made up something about it was a war for the slaves and Abraham Lincoln wasn't real, and starts having a heart attack, and the Grim Reaper is like, ugh. And then Trevor Moore is just like absorbing all of this.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay. So I heard you play another fighting game. You were playing with the Mewtwo on the Smash Brothers.
Oh, we did play a little bit of that. I kind of forgot.
How was that? I heard from my brother that it was Mewtwo's not garbage now.
Oh, yeah?
Like he
'Cause
was in Melee, who was not so great.
He seemed like he had all the same moves from Melee.
Yeah?
He effectively has all the same moves from Melee, but check this out. His mid-air A attacks aren't fucking completely garbage now.
Incredible.
There you go.
And his neutral A is still him just being like, bro!
Oh, being
Sparking with energy and just like...
Sparkling with sexual energies.
Yeah.
Just behold my cat power.
I had
Also,
one
there's-
more note on Mortal Kombat, actually.
Oh,
I
sorry.
found it super weird that in the multiplayer mode, you have older versions of Katana and of Liu Kang. That doesn't even happen in the story
Yeah.
mode.
You get to select normal, older Liu Kang as a human, but then all that shows up in the story mode is, what, zombie Liu Kang or something?
This
that-
possessed Liu Kang.
That makes sense because story?
Yeah, but they don't really...
Why would zombie Liu
Actually-
Kang show up in a clown hat or whatever costume he has?
But yeah, the story it contradicts itself and causes weird things to happen. There's a point where they break the spell that does that to several characters. It just doesn't undo it for Liu Kang Katana
Yeah, it's a little weird.
or any of the other ones they didn't want.
Mortal
to put in.
Kombat X's story is a little weird. It's not Bayonetta troubled. Bayonetta 2 troubled.
Yeah.
Nothing is.
No.
Except for Bayonetta 2.
And
Speaking of
maybe
which,
Lords of Shadow too.
we finished... Oh, fuck.
No.
That is a really good parallel.
Right?
We finished recording that Let's Play, so that's going to be coming out.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Glad I was part of that for 3 episodes.
Those were probably the 3 worst episodes, though, because that intro, man, it's just like words. Beautiful. Words. I'm surprised you didn't give flashbacks to people like, here's my interesting short story. You're like, no.
There were so many interesting short stories in college.
You were almost overwhelmed by how many.
Oh god.
But Mewtwo.
Uh-huh.
So that was Mewtwo's.
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. I feel like we already said everything, didn't we?
Yeah, he's effectively, they fixed the A's, and
Mewtwo.
there's something really incredible. And I mean, I'm not even fanboying out. I really just, I think it was last week on the podcast that I was like, Yeah, something about like it's a psychic cat that uses DBZ like powers to some extent that is very much a 90s kid thing to think was the most badass thing ever. Alien genetic clone of a cat.
What
that
are
has
his
psychic
alternate
powers.
costumes?
But
Does he have suit
no,
armor?
Oh, of course.
Wasted opportunity.
Absolutely. But there's something really fucking cool about seeing Mewtwo rendered in such a high fidelity because if you think about it, the most high fidelity Pokemon game that ever existed is that shit Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Coliseum on the Wii.
Yeah.
That thing's garbage. It looked bad. It ran like turds. And yeah, so seeing Mewtwo in such a high fidelity is fucking neat. We'll never see it again.
I was talking with my brother, actually, and with the exception of Meta Knight, almost everyone got an upgrade, like in terms of usability and effectiveness, when they got into...
Except Diddy Kong.
And, well, they...
No.
I mean, no,
From Melee to...
From any previous game
Okay.
to Smash 4. And when they bring over Lucas, they'll be like, wait, he's exactly the same. Like, yeah, we tried to improve him. We couldn't. He's already too perfect. I can't imagine how they would improve Lucas.
So imagine, you know how his Final Smash does the whoosh, just twice as many. It's like running over itself. Yeah.
I look
think that
forward
would
to
do
my
it.
future controller flinging days.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Dan gets to play as Lucas again.
Yes, he
Which
does.
is why Dan kept playing as a bunch of the new characters. It was like, Lucas is gone and everyone else I've played since Melee. Little Mac. Oh, everyone thinks he's cheap. Mega Man. Oh, he's garbage. I want to see
Sad.
pro guides on Mega Man. Fuck it.
Don't.
Just don't even.
Pro tip. So anything else?
Yeah, I also played a lot more Bloodborne, of course.
Yeah.
That game is addicting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got really into the chalices because I went into New Game Plus mode, and that is oof. They ramped the difficulty up
They
a
ain't
lot.
messing around in the new games.
When you go to the New Game Plus, the enemies you fought in the first area feel like they're as strong as when you first got there again.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But-
probably not quite actually that powerful, but man, that is a harsh step.
Do they drop?
No, they dropped the exact same stuff.
Oh, like no, souls wise.
Oh, they drop more. They drop more souls. They drop a lot more souls.
Like they drop the same. 3 souls. I need 800,000 to upgrade. You monsters.
Right, but that does mean like the later weapon upgrade stuff is all locked behind doing that content again. So
Yeah.
that stinks.
Did you ever get your katana?
I didn't, because I went to New Game Plus mode on accident, and I missed some of the actual relevant new areas and story stuff, and that's
Like
where you
side
get the
stuff? Yeah.
side stuff, and
Yeah.
that's where you can get the katana.
It was like the castle, like snow castle.
Yes, I
Yeah.
didn't find that.
You apparently have to find a note that is a summons to the castle, and then you go to the woods or some area, and there's a ghost horse that shows up, and you ride in a carriage to a
Okay,
castle.
cool.
Great.
I'm looking forward to getting to that on New Game Plus. But Chalice dungeons get crazy.
Yeah.
They're even crazier than New Game Plus mode sometimes. I found one where you have half your health bar.
What?
Yeah, it just takes away half your vitality. In another one, probably the worst one I've encountered so far, when you first you spawn to the area, you have to you can't just let it sit there after the loading screen goes, because once you're spawned in, there's a summoner like 2 rooms down who's summoning spiders, and they just run to like where you spawn. They can run all the way from their spawn point to there.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna get my surroundings. Spiders everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, so even when I found out, I don't need to go that way, I still need to go that way to go kill a summoner so I can go anywhere else.
What weapon did you end up maining for? You said like threaded cane.
Yeah, that thing.
For like the most of the game. Did you ever
they-
use anything else?
I'm also upgraded my the giant greatsword. That's
yeah.
That's useful for very specific situations, like someone who can't be staggered. Like most of the giant bosses is pretty good, but that's it.
I found like a lightning mace.
Yeah, I found that
pretty
too. It seemed really neat, but I just I don't want to level this all the way up because all it does is get electric.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
neat. Instead of transforming into a different form, you just do the weapon switch or the mode switch, and it just goes lightning. lightning, and then
Right.
you have a lightning mace now. It's neat.
I really need to figure out what even, like, who's vulnerable to lightning stuff, because it's pretty obvious, like, okay, this guy's vulnerable for fire. It feels like a lot of them are.
Yeah.
But as far as lightning goes, it's hard to really figure out. Maybe some of the blob monster sort of guys.
I thought it was interesting about the magic system. You find, I don't know if you know, Dan, maybe this is more for you, but the magic, there was magic in like previous games, but not so much here, but you find like relics that you use in your hand instead of a gun, and they use up certain amounts of bullets to cast an effect.
Huh. I don't know if I even found those.
No idea.
So like you get a bone of something, you like go invisible for like a second or something, or
Charging my phone.
I found things that sounded like they would do that, but I didn't know how to use them.
yeah, like all the hunters you fought with like magical abilities, that's what those were.
Okay.
Except they could keep casting them because they don't have bullet limitations.
Right.
They're assholes.
They're assholes.
But yeah, I saw some of them like shoot tentacles out of their hands. It's really
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I think it was one of those. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for Bloodborne, really.
But you beat it, and now it's like, oh god.
And I got the bad ending, of course. Well, I hear there's like a better ending for doing all the others.
There
so.
are fully 3 endings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the absolute worst, I don't think. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the endings.
We'll talk about it later. That's fine. Anything else?
I played Star Tropics for
There
our
is-
stream.
Cool.
We did a patron stream because things at GigaBoots finally stopped being so on fire that videos aren't coming out. To an extent where we could actually arrange things and things worked out. So we did Star Tropics. Have you ever played Star Tropics?
I actually have not played Star Tropics.
It's a fun, cool game. It is RPG light, where it's like, go to this town. There are 6 people to talk to. Talk to all of them. Then you can figure out what to do. Go do the thing. And then eventually you end up in a dungeon. The dungeons are a tile-based, so think kind of Zelda, you know, where the map's a grid thing. But when you tap up and you're on a tile, you go to the next tile. There's no half movements or anything like in Zelda.
Tile.
Yeah, and you are 2 tiles tall, and you have a magic like island or yo-yo that kills shit, and you get a baseball bat. So it's like a cave bat's flying at you, and you're like, and you're 10, so that's cool. Also, there are talking dolphins and Rob the Robot and a submarine and giant
I heard there was a
snakes that breathe fire.
a secret message that can only be seen by having like the manual and running it underwater to see a secret code left by your crazy uncle.
Yes,
Yes.
correct. That is true. That is a true thing about this game. This game is awesome. There is a Star Tropics 2, Zoda's Revenge. It is not a good game. Okay. And I can't remember why. So hopefully sometime soon I'll play it and remember why.
Is Zoda in the original one?
Yes.
Okay, just
Isn't
check.
it
It's
like-
not just...
He's not
I mean,
getting his revenge from nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like the final boss or something?
Yes.
I would assume.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. But who's Oda? Oh.
Fucking maybe the guy I killed in the 2nd level. I don't know. Zoda's just not coming to mind. Sorry,
He's like
bro.
Garland.
Who are you? The fuck is this shit? Is it? I think it's. What are you doing?
I think he's caressing his own face.
Okay.
I'll caress your face.
Oh no!
His flowing locks. Now you're just petting it. Bitch, please.
It's okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's okay. But yeah, Star Tropics is good. I feel like I played something other than Mortal Kombat and Star Tropics. We watched Street Fighter the movie in as much as we watched all the special features and they're garbage. So if you were considering buying the Blu-ray, every feature it lists is a goddamn lie.
Yeah, the extreme edition is what we watched.
Now check this out. I will tell you what the feature. I'll describe it, and then you tell me what it should be. Right?
Okay.
Sure. Well, yeah.
So one of the features is you get to watch a clip that is just some dude with a camera filming the people filming one scene, and then it ends. This is called a feature. What is
Is
it?
it a behind the scenes?
Outtakes.
They're very professional and had one outtake, okay?
Okay. It shows you footage of unedited and unaltered gameplay of Street Fighter 2.
Research?
Video game sequences. It shows you. Yeah, it also showed you Street Fighter the movie, the game, under that category.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was something.
it was. I love the digitized
The
actors.
thing that should never have been, you
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. They also have a Street Fighter 4 game trailer, a Street Fighter 4 game teaser trailer, a Street Fighter 4 anime trailer, and a couple other things that we just watched it and we were like, you fucking liars, that isn't.
The deleted scene wasn't a lie, at least.
That's true.
Was it scene? Literal scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once-
Yeah.
It says scenes here, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure
I guess it was a lie.
because there was the fight scene, right?
No. Oh, I guess there was too. Because
Okay.
there's the fight scene, and then there's
Oh, that weird intro thing where it showed her and she's like, "You got it," and then E Honda lifts up the chest and it had a thing inside.
yeah, it was like them. Yeah, showing off Diamond.
just a
that they
really
got.
long running shot. But yeah, the special features are fucking terrible. Now, the main thing I was excited for is a feature commentary with director Steven De Souza. So just so we're clear, Steven De Souza was the action director for Die Hard.
Wow.
He had a fucking pedigree going into this.
Yeah.
And Hollywood kept courting him to make a movie. And he made a power move in order to get, like, oh yeah, I'll help you with this movie if I'm the director. And he did it on Street Fighter and it worked. And then absolutely everything that could go wrong went wrong. They made him write in every single character. They had to get screen time, very specific screen time for each of them. One of them was, actually two of them were famous actors and actresses from their respective countries, but like, we don't fucking know them here. And one of them was an Asian one and he couldn't speak English or something.
Right.
So they just had to stick him on screen. And Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Wow, none of that was right.
Van Damme. Van Clandam.
Van
Was
Clambeck.
coked out of his mind.
Yes.
And everyone kept getting malaria and shit in the Philippines.
Or Vietnam, I think is where I said they filmed.
Yeah?
Wait, Thailand.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah, there are like
Yeah,
multiple like stories and articles
feel
about
like-
how much of a train wreck
Right.
this movie was.
So this has a full commentary over the whole movie. Tell me that's not promising, just to hear the director
haven't
go,
heard-
"This was my one chance!"
You haven't heard it yet?
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
40 minutes of it, I swear to God, 40 minutes of it is him going, "We took this scene from this specific movie. We took this shot from that. This shot came out pretty good. We framed it for 16:9 for movies, but then like it was 4:3 on home video, so it sort of reframed itself correctly there because we filmed a CRT in
If
it."
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that's kind of expected. Like he doesn't want to. He just wants this to be done and over with, get his paycheck and get
He
out.
gets 40 minutes in though.
Yeah?
And this whole time I'm just like, get angry. Get fucking mad. This was your one chance. And then he starts like building up and then nothing. And he goes back to, "We took this scene from it." And I'm like,
Yeah, so it doesn't. He doesn't really get there. He
"You're the action director of Die Hard. Care more."
We
Like,
need to watch the rest of it sometime and see if there's any point where
he's
it
just
becomes
drunk and
interesting.
angry by the end.
Right, because so much is just normal.
But yeah, that movie did not transfer to Blu-ray well, I don't think. It kind of looks bad.
Well, that movie looks bad. I think it transferred pretty well.
I don't know. I mean, like on a level of film stock, and like either the film stock or the transfer process, it just kind of looks weirdly bad for 1990 something.
Well, it always looked weirdly bad for 1990s.
I don't know. Like I literally don't know because I haven't seen it on DVD. I don't think.
Yeah, I remember just even in theaters just being like, this doesn't look quite like a real movie.
This doesn't look real. The sentence "this doesn't look real" has some implications. So yeah, that was regretful. Hey,
Hey,
you know what I also played?
what did you play?
News. It's that news theme. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It is a theme.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
There it is.
I guess we can talk about the news.
We can do.
So Steam is now requiring that people spend $5 in order to get access to features like sending in friend invites and opening a group chat. and voting on green light.
Oh.
This is smart.
Yeah, this
Because
is
lots of spam bots. And
Yeah,
why
okay.
wouldn't a company just pay thousands of Chinese people to go upvote their game on green
Why
light?
wouldn't they? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't occur to you until it came out of my mouth just then into the world of the real.
It's because I'm not a monster.
Well,
What? I
People-
hired thousands of
people
people to do
are.
this one thing. To just click like on a thing.
I've actually seen places in China, the specific room that proves the existence of a job. It just has tons and tons of tablets all put in front of this person, and they're just clicking shit on
No.
all of them.
No. No. I refuse to believe that is a thing.
Okay. Psych!
Thank you.
Let's talk about Star Ocean 5.
Okay.
woo. Star Ocean 5 got announced.
Integrity and faithlessness.
It's about Star Wars Battlefront.
I will end you.
So yeah, Star Ocean 5. Integrity and faithlessness.
Okay, what?
And facelessness.
Facelessness. It's just a face-off reimagining in space.
Oh, no.
But yeah,
it's like
this-
Jason X.
This
Yes.
thing is
It was
or
announced
Jason
that
10.
It was a legitimate, actual, useful countdown timer to reveal something people cared about, and not a mobile game
from Square Enix.
from Square Enix.
right? Doesn't seem like a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Deus Ex?
Oh well.
What happened?
They didn't have a countdown timer, I don't think.
And then you just went.
They,
bleh.
they had a live stream that was going with a dude in a room, and they
Oh.
had some weird, surreal chat thing, and then there
Yeah,
was a
but-
countdown timer.
Oh.
But
Okay.
That's not one of those weird, like, countdown timing websites that they put up, like, 2 weeks in advance, and then it always just turned out to be nothing.
No, I think it also had a page that had the
Jeez.
time. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that
They just did it twice, and one time you guys cared, and one time you didn't.
And they did it
Yes.
twice after 6 years of doing it with garbage. And they did this in 1 month.
Yeah. So good job, guys. You figured out which games you should do that for. Maybe you should have shown up at Sony's PlayStation event and talked about either of those, and not
Not
Final
that
Fantasy
thing.
VII remade for the PS4.
Yeah.
$10, please.
We'll be lucky if that's $10.
But at
Probably
least
gonna be
it's
20.
here.
No, they announced.
They did?
They announced it was like full fucking ridiculous price of like $18, $12. Like, so in any case about Star Ocean.
So about Star Ocean, this is 1 out of 3 for things I need more of in my Star Ocean, Phantasy Star Online, and eventually Metroid. I've given up hope on Phantasy Star, and I have vague hopes for Metroid because I feel like keep putting Samus in things. Eventually, they'll have to make a game.
Tell that to F-Zero.
Shit. God damn it.
But yeah, I feel like that they're up for another Metroid. They could totally do that. It's possible. It's not like Phantasy Star or something.
It's not like Phantasy Star.
Or Star Ocean.
Star Ocean, which, okay. Man,
let me get that list again. It was Fantasy Star, Star Ocean, and
Metroid.
well, we got the best one.
We did.
Metroid doesn't let you level up cooking.
Or ride a giant bunny as your mount.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Or create a symphony, or write a love novel, sell it to someone, and collect royalty checks the rest of the game for it.
See?
That is a thing in Star Ocean 2.
Yeah, of
course it
Star
is,
Ocean 2 is
Jesus.
amazing.
Fucking incredible.
I just read the worst sentence. Let's talk about Star Ocean 5. Let's talk about it. It is set between 2 and 3 in space date 537 on a planet 6,000 light years from Earth.
Yes.
That's cool. It's coming out on PS3 and 4. That's so
Yeah,
fucking
of course it
depressing.
is.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's-
Japan.
Yeah.
Fucking Japan. Fuck.
I believe
It's
the
just-
thing I read even said it was designed for the PS3 and they're just porting it up. So it's not even like gonna be amazing looking. That's sad, but hey.
But it's being developed by Tri-Ace.
Yeah, it's actually being made by Tri-Ace.
Which we all thought they died when they moved on to the mobile, bought by that mobile company, but they're still making actual games.
The Mobble.
The Mobbles.
Make more Mobbles.
Mobble madness. Anyway,
Good job. I approve.
it's got a character designer, Akira Yasuda.
Who apparently before this did Power Stone, Turn A Gundam, and Street Fighter Third Strike.
Which,
You
okay,
gotta say
great.
the whole thing.
Street Fighter 3.
Three Third Strike.
And he also did illustrations for the original Street Fighter 3. So it sounds like he's been involved with the character design process from the beginning of that one.
It's just sort of like, why would it only be Third Strike?
Right?
But yeah, okay, 3 Third Strike makes sense. Okay. So there are seamless transitions to combat.
Actually,
Yes.
I'm really liking the idea of that because it was very jarring, even in 4, where it's like, oh, well.
Like, bam, you're in a thing now. Which, they released screens from the Famitsu where it was originally, like, announced.
Mm-hmm.
And the enemies there, straight up 3D renders of monsters from Star Ocean 2.
Good.
Weird teeth monsters and orange bandits.
Cool. See, I don't know. I like themed transitions into battle because I just want it to kick in crazy golden sun levels.
Oh,
of
I'm
awesome
sure it
music.
still will. There's no way
I need it. No, like none of this like faded in. That and then the song starts out soft. No, I need it like fucking gut punch. And I'm just like, mash that A button. The wizard's hitting them. King, you sure you got this, man? I got this on my dick. I got this one on my dick. That's why I'm hitting A, because I got one hand hitting A, the other one's like this, because that song's really good. Eric, that song is really good.
I'm with you. I know.
But
Fuck gameplay. Star Ocean 5 better have songs.
I was surprised they didn't announce the composer because they announced like director and producer and all
it's
that.
kind of weird to announce the character designer, not the composer.
Right.
I mean, that's very Japan, but
I'm really glad that it doesn't have the character designers from from 4, because those guys looked real weird.
I actually looked on the NeoGAF thread for it. The first time I've ever gone to NeoGAF in my life.
Yeah.
And almost all of them were, please, 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 don't hire the fuckasses who did the 4 story.
damn.
And their voice acting, because holy shit, it was garbage.
I do remember.
Yeah.
Everyone, no matter, like every other comment was, oh god, make it, don't do that. Please don't do that. But going back to characters, they were saying the main character is 23 or something, because they were like, our audience is getting older, so we want to have a character that somewhat reflects the older nature.
Right.
Another thing about it is they said they're both from this planet, which is making me think that it's going to be a Star Ocean 1 sort of thing. Because we're 2, you had the one guy from space and the other girl from not space.
Right. And
But everyone was from space, and then people from space were like, hey, we're from space.
yeah, that
I've
very
just
much
ruined all of the story for you.
totally.
I don't know why I run a podcast with this asshole. It's just ruining everything.
Just ruining everything.
Bloodborne, check this out. It's London. Monsters.
There's a lot of blood. A lot. Imagine a lot, now imagine more.
Whereas Dark Souls 2 is castles. Also monsters.
There may be souls, they might not be very bright.
Now, Bob, what
Some
did you
may
think
say-
about Dark Souls 2? Well, Dark Souls 2 is alright, but the animations are a little rough. 2 out of 10. Well, we're gonna go to our man Eric to get a review on Bloodborne. Eric, what's the deal?
There's blood in it, 9 out of 10.
I was not born. Prove it. Holds up, no belly button, nothing.
Looks back to me, I'm not here. Just gone. Shirt, rapture
There's a
style,
note,
just closed.
and I just reach in. 2 out of 10. It just unfolds perfectly.
But yeah, no. Star Ocean, when they were announcing the remake for the PSP, which I'm hoping, for PR purposes, Square Enix pulls their head out of their ass and lets it out on the PSN so I can get it on my Vita and not just have it languish on my PSP.
Right.
When that version was coming out, when they announced it and I was waiting for it to happen, I was so hyped for it, I actually went to fanfiction.net and needed to read anything involving Star Ocean. Like, that's how hard.
Oh, is this the same time in your life you watched that Star Ocean anime?
Yeah. Yeah. That is the hype. That is the largest amount of hype I've ever had for a thing. I'm not proud. I'm not proud, Dan. That is a thing that happened to me. What did you break?
The sound of my head.
The new title actually looks like they took the designs from Star Ocean 3 a lot.
Yeah, they're
It looks-
basically all of their comments are, we're trying to channel as much Star Ocean 3 as we can. But I'm like, what about 2?
That's what
I really like 3, so I can't complain.
So many people really like 3. My brother loved it too. I had a hard time because
So you're accustomed to dealing with idiots, is what you're saying.
it was hard because with Star Ocean 2, it kind of started out a bit in space or had a bit of the space thing and then did medieval stuff. But this started out hardcore Space Town in 3 and then space, and then for like an entire disc, nothing but boring medieval place.
Yeah, you did get stranded on that video place immediately.
So much of it. My God.
But yeah, I feel like that's kind of what Star Ocean is, though. Like, everything has a whole lot of medieval places. I mean, think about dude, most of that game is medieval.
Half the disc is.
Okay.
The other half is Future Town
All right.
with bits of medieval because you're still using swords. For some reason.
I know the Star Ocean 1 basically all the way through is medieval.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And
Yeah.
4 they get stranded pretty soon, too. But then they keep planet hopping.
So they sprinkle it about more.
Yeah.
And then 3, they get after the medieval section, they go hardcore Space Town.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Holy shit.
And that's why 3 was just so crazy.
Yeah.
But
By the way, so I got hyped in the morning when I read it and then re-hyped myself when I read it again later that day. Like that's how sick I am. That's how sick this game makes me.
I find it. They actually started development back in 2013. They announced that during it too. So I was like, okay,
Like
so this might actually come out like this year
To
Japan.
Years? I don't know. 2 years is kind of...
Maybe.
They said they were about 30% done with the game.
Did they? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And
I was gonna say 2 years is really short for an RPG.
the
Yeah.
designer or
Unless it's Lightning Returns.
either the director or someone else was like, I really don't want to make this game. And I kept suggesting people make it, but no one was. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Then just changed jobs and went to direct this game.
Yeah, I think the
I'm like,
producers
good.
said something like that too.
Yes.
Of like he's staking his whole career on Star Ocean's franchise,
Like
hoping that
and
he can keep making them.
He said he's written like enough for 3 novels of Star Ocean like plot/dialogue. I'm like, this guy gets it. We need more of this guy.
Yeah. I want an all-you-can-eat buffet of Star Ocean. Just fucking shove it in my gullet.
Yeah?
I like how him leaning in to talk to the mic, he's like, now I'm Blur, Eric. Now I'm Blur.
It seems I've lost touch with reality.
GigaBoots podcast.
Yeah, that basically.
Okay. I'm real excited for this game.
That's understandable. My love for Star Ocean kind of died somewhere around 3, so...
Your love for many things died.
When I was 3.
Yes.
Somewhere around 3. Mega Man jokes. Nah, I love all of them. 7,
I suppose.
and 4. And 10. And X 5 through 8. Misadventures of Tron Bon. Mega Man Soccer.
And Zero games are amazing because I'm afraid of them.
Because they beat me.
I'm worried they'll come back and hurt me again. Battle Networks?
I
Decent.
really enjoyed Battle Network 2. I enjoyed it quite
I
a
heard that
lot.
was better than 1. I
And
should
then
actually
it
play that.
stopped me. It
Then
was like,
started-
no.
It then started Pokemoning with its all like beasts.
Which is weird because that happened, like, those were coming out well past Pokemon being super huge.
Yeah.
Right.
They were still around, but. So, hey. Star Wars Battlefront.
Whoa.
Can we say this week was Star Wars Tacular?
Yes, because there was a Star Wars event.
Right.
So, hey. I went from being jaded and cynical and not caring to this may be the best game for the PS4 when it comes out for me.
Yeah?
It has
Did you play a lot of
split-screen.
the first Battlefront games?
No.
Okay, I was just trying to get your history on it.
I like Battlefield.
Okay.
This is Battlefront, which is Battlefield for Star Wars. And it's being made by the main Battlefield studio. It's not like some other studio using their engine like Hardline is.
Right.
It's a real huge effort to make this mechanically amazing. You can switch between first person and third person at any time to get that really cool experience.
Yeah, 'cause I think first
they had
Battlefield,
jetpacks too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The first Battlefield, I think they only had third person.
Yeah,
didn't they?
first person for all the other Battlefronts.
So like, yeah, and then this one is like next gen exclusive, so it gets to do really cool things because they have huge battlefields, and like, it just sounds really really cool. Like I told Bob, I'm like, I realized at some point in the middle of that trailer, I would pay $60 for just Hoth. Just give me Hoth.
Yeah,
just
like
one
in
level
any
Hoth.
Battlefield other games, it was like, okay, but any of them have an AT-AT just stomping its ass through the forest. You're like, fuck.
And then I'm in the Middle East trying to save the president's daughter. I don't know. And then AT-AT. This is Battlefield 3, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But
Man, why didn't Battlefield 3 have AT-ATs?
because that's illegal.
What? No way.
Do you have a license for that?
Way.
Quick, drive away, speed!
Speeder bikes are in this.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Were those in the other games? Because I feel like those would be real hard to control.
I don't
feel
think they were.
There's gonna be a lot of zipping going, this is fun, explode on a tree.
Kind of. I feel like it's going to feel like it did in Destiny.
Maybe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got
Shit,
that?
fuck.
Also, this game is split screen, so multiple people can play on a console. So it's the first next-gen game that's a real multiplayer game.
Something else I saw. You can do just versus bots offline,
Which is cool.
right? And it doesn't have battle log. It doesn't have battle log.
So it might run.
God.
Yeah, this sounds really, really awesome. Also, they showed, like, Vader, so there's gonna be dumb modes where you have, like...
had it.
Apparently there's these power-ups that you can pick up that let you play as Vader or play as Millennium Falcon or spawn AT-AT. That sort of thing.
Or Boba Fett.
Or Boba Fett.
Of course, because always.
They showed you Boba Fett.
I thought
for,
it was like
10
like
seconds.
a Rambo
of this.
mode, like one person's this person and everyone has to kill him to get that power.
That might be another mode, but they haven't really talked
about.
about the other modes yet.
But yeah, I saw Boba Fett for 10 seconds and I'm like, Justin Denny's buying it. Like, what? Oh, Mandalorians. But yeah, no, I'm super psyched. It comes out November 17th.
As soon as I remembered that there were speeder bikes in it, I went, and you said they worked like Destiny bikes.
Also, once again, it's kind of like the Battlefield thing, where it's not your ability to first-person shoot that's important. It's your ability to go, everyone's there, I'm going to go take that thing.
To fulfill a role and think tactically
Yeah.
and do a thing.
Yeah, you can even just be a medic, and you can be really helpful in a Battlefield game. In fact, I know a guy who does exactly that. And yeah, it's Star Wars. I'm just really sad that my Battlefield friend is not into sci-fi, so he might just be like, fuck this, I don't care. Which is sad, because like this is going to be a really good multiplayer game, I have a feeling. Now, I've heard some complaints.
What's up?
From people who might be listening or watching. Phil Robbins. Phil! There we go. Worked it back. The single player campaign is not really there. What it
Yeah, I think it was
is
multiplayer
a
focused, wasn't it?
sort of Spec Ops like mode, like Call of Duties occasionally get, like Modern Warfare 2 got it.
Right,
and
it
some
sounds
later
like-
ones did.
They're being super vague on exactly what it is.
missions.
Yeah, they just say missions.
and you tackle them with friends in co-op.
Right.
Neat.
Which
Yeah.
is cool. Like, I enjoyed Spec Ops more than any campaign in Call of Duty because the campaign's just like wank. But the Spec Ops things are gameplay interesting. Like, you would have one where it's like you have a friend in a plane and he's the sort of like sniper protecting the dude who's trying to make the trench run or whatever.
I thought you were talking about Spec Ops The Line. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
just half, like, too long. A second too long. I'm going to scroll down the news while you talk about that.
Or just facepalm.
But what was it? It's going to be 60 frames a second, which it's interesting that they're actually coming out ahead and saying, yeah, no, that's what we're shooting for. We're shooting for making this really solid feeling game is going to look this amazing.
Yeah. And not just...
In letting them actually being on next gen only is letting them do that sort of stuff, and that's nice.
It is nice. That is nice. You know what's not nice?
What's not nice?
Tony Hawk 5. I'm just kidding. We don't know. But Guitar Hero isn't nice.
No.
I don't think. So Guitar Hero, it's back. They got 3 buttons that each have 2 buttons coming off of them. So it's like 6 buttons where you have 3 on this side, 3 on this side, 3 on that side, and you reach to do them and you pluck to that.
Yeah.
More and
guitar-y,
it just plays. It plays a live action video like it's a fucking Sega CD piece of shit, and it's not hokey enough to do it.
If someone came on and went dog meat,
Then I'd be sold.
Okay.
Yeah. If my band was called the Dog Meats, I think I'd be just enough for. I wonder if it's too late to write a letter.
It's never too late
Dear
to write a
Robo
letter.
Metal. Maybe DLC, if not the game. But it's coming out on the everything: PS3, PS4, Wii U, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And yeah, it has the whole like they filmed a fake concert where they had
Presumably multiple fake
basically
concerts.
each song is its own. And they have like cover bands that you are a part of for all these different bands. So like as you do a different band, it'll be a different cover band, and the cover bands have their own name. Weirdly enough, it's not like you name them; they're pre-existing in the game as being a titled thing, which is weird.
Yeah.
When you're coming from the Rock Band school of thought, which Rock Band kind of is more in line with what people who play these games want from that. So it's super fucking weird, but the cool technical part is that they have a motion controlled camera that's, has servos and a fucking robotic arm and shit. And it went through the stage exactly the same, like, motion twice. So they could record a happy side and a pissed off,
side.
like, fuck you, buddy side. And then it fades between the two.
Oh,
as
there
you do
are
it good or
only
bad.
2. There aren't like multiple
is no
levels
in
of
between.
this.
As
You
they
are
make
doing
it sound,
amazing, or-
as they make it sound, it's like 2.
Wow.
It looked like eventually, as you failed harder and harder, it went into like fuzzy blue, like, what's wrong?
Yeah. So it looks kind of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, just said it looks kind of shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Like, the weird thing is, and I keep bringing this up because it is weird how much it's not a thing, like, GigaBoots fans have not had to deal with Dan, the rhythm game guy, like, at all. Because
Oh my God, you're
rhythm
right.
games died before GigaBoots, like, out of its ashes. And one could even say the free time I put into GigaBoots now is solely the product of rhythm games not being around.
Yeah.
And then this year there are 3 coming out. For the first time in like 4 years. Amplitude, Rock Band, and Guitar Hero.
But aren't you not interested in most of them?
I'm not interested in Guitar Hero. Rock Band doesn't get me jazzed, but I'll probably buy it. I already have all the instruments.
I mean, I won't be rock hard, but I'll still get off. I mean... Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I figure, like, oh, fuck it, we'll write it off on the side. We'll take this ridiculously good quality camera and just all play it, and that'll do better than most of our quick plays, and then we'll get depressed and drink.
Okay.
Because it'll just be me playing a rhythm game, being like,
I'm already halfway
so
there."
Fucking asshole, doing weird faces into a camera. Watch me play the guitar and sing a song.
Or even better, it's almost never weird faces. It's always stone face, gaming face, paying attention to the thing, playing an instrument. I've never seen
you
anyone
underestimate
being like,
how good
"Wow."
I am at Rock Band.
I do.
I play expert vocals and guitar simultaneously, good sir.
So about that deep dark hole that you're going to fall back down in.
Yeah, fucking, like, what was it? There was a moment where somebody, like, made a joke, like, what, you could play any instrument in Rock Band? And it's just, you don't know.
All 3 of them?
I play every instrument on expert and nothing less. And they're just like, you're real? Like, and it was the first time in like 5 years that I'd seen someone who had that face at me. Because by the time we hit Rock Band 2, everyone was like, fucking Dan. Because Bob remembers Rock Band 1, and I'm just like, oh man, this is 30 frames per second and all these instruments and singing, that's weird. But by Rock Band, like, 2, it's just like, oh, Dan's pro everything. Fucking asshole. I never liked the pro instruments, so I'm glad that Guitar Hero Solution isn't as stupid as the pro instruments were. Like, it's not a full guitar neck that you're doing, like, crazy shit on. Because I don't think that really worked well. Like,
I wouldn't know.
the HUD, just imagine trying to put every note on a guitar on that tiny strip that's in rhythm games. It looks like a clusterfuck. It's like C5 flying down it. You're somehow supposed to look where the note is and translate their crazy, like, script into where it actually goes. Whereas real Rock Band is green.
Yes.
And that's a lot easier. So, yeah. I'm going to be falling back down that hole. We need to get started on that movie so that can be done by the time. And then in the commentary, I'm like, I'm recording this the first night we've been finished shooting. I'm hoping it edits together correctly because Rock Band comes out tomorrow. And editing's Bob's job. If it does come together, I'm just going to blame him.
Reshoots.
Bees! Just throw a jar of bees. Would that kill all the bees? I feel like it wouldn't, and that's the worst part. That would work as a strategy.
Yeah, no,
It
the
might
bees are
kill
done.
some, but it would make the rest angry.
Right. And that's what's fucking metal about throwing a jar of bees at someone.
Now, how hard you throw it, you might be able to kill the bees. So
That
let's just
was
say.
a weapon in Inquisition, wasn't it?
I think so.
Dragon
I
Age?
remember-
Yeah, jar of bees. I never
I
made
want
it
the
for some
YouTube video
reason.
series that is somebody like, well, we didn't successfully kill all the bees in the last jar. Let's throw this one harder. It's really fucked up at some level.
Yeah,
but-
it is.
Oh, that's
What?
cool. Whatever. In any case. Wait, what do you do? Oh, okay. I thought you were like... Hey, Bob.
Hey, guys.
What's
Excuse me while I help the camera.
It's, Tony Hawk 5 was leaked.
Whoa.
In the dumbest way possible.
A caterer took a picture and he was like, look, I'm catering for Tony Hawk! And it had a half bite and there were tables. And then in the background, you just see Tony Hawk 5 on like a projector.
Really faintly in the distance.
What was it? Somebody out there was like, Tony Hawk's pro caterer. I was like, I get it, because he's unprofessional, because he just leaked a huge project. Oh, well, Tony Hawk this whole time's been like, we're making a new one, and it's good. Like, it's a real one.
Like
That's how he's been talking
no,
about
it's
it.
real.
Because last time he talked about it, he's
swear.
like, we're doing another skating game. And then it was mobile, and everyone's like, Tony Hawk! And he's like, sorry, I don't understand.
Right, because he's Tony Hawk. He doesn't know.
He's too rich to see anymore. He's blinded by his money. He can no longer shred it like the rest of us. Man, wouldn't that be great? You play as Tony Hawk in this one, and it's a bunch of like younger generation skaters who like beat him up and shit, and they're like, "You lost touch, old man. You need to get back to your roots." And then he has like some Jedi master that teaches him how to skate.
Or even better,
Because all that skating is skater magic.
you go to story mode and it starts off with like, go to Tony Hawk, licensed music, yeah!
Yeah.
You go to story mode and it's Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
The main character is Tony Hawk going through the mall, going, skateboard! Skateboard!
And then you see
Help!
a shot of the skateboard going out into traffic, and you're like, skateboard, no!
You have to press X to skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think there was one thing other worth noting on Battlefront.
Oh, yeah?
I'm sorry. This came back.
What?
It's all of it's set in the original trilogy.
That's
It's-
right, yes.
It's no prequel junk.
No prequel, and even there was free DLC
For new shit.
for some new shit from the new movie.
Right.
Which is cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Or like pre-order it, you get it like a week before people who
Right,
get it,
and-
but you still get it free. That's good. That's great. Hooray!
That
Right.
game, I'm excited and waiting for it to come out because I need to know if it's good because I'll buy it
Right? And
with
hopefully,
my money.
I bet we'll see a big thing out of that E3 from Sony.
No. Yeah, that was another thing. Sony partnered up with them to really be like on PlayStation.
Which is weird.
The
'cause you
whole
can play.
the whole trailers rendered from a PS4. It's supposedly in the game engine. So it's like, this is not a high-end PC. Human beings get to play this. And that's a pretty cool moment.
Yeah?
Because a lot of these times they're like, this has $3,000 of GPU. And you're like, fuck.
You will never have the amount of money necessary to make it look this good.
Plebe.
Peasant.
Pheasant.
Pheasant. You ever pheasant? I am always.
So let's not talk about the thing after.
Why did you even write it down?
Because Dan asked me to.
Why do you hate yourself?
So we're talking about this now. Destiny's new expansion doesn't have a raid.
Wait, the Den of Wolves thing didn't have to come out in December?
No, the Den of Wolves is coming out May.
In May or
I thought
something.
they
And it
announced
doesn't
it-
have a raid.
I thought they announced it for December.
No.
No, that's some supposed huge DLC drop, like huge expansion.
No, like last December.
Oh no, that was another expansion. They've had
Wait,
two.
shit.
Crota's End and Den of Wolves. And Den of Wolves doesn't have a raid, and Crota's End's raid was fucking broken as shit.
Yep.
What the fuck is a Destiny expansion if it doesn't have a fucking raid?
Well, it's okay. They got this new mode called...
Who gives a shit? The raid was the only good part of that game.
Yeah,
But they got a new mode that you might also like but never buy because you hate you don't hate yourself that much.
It's horde mode. Great. That should have shipped with the fucking game. Now I'm dependent
that was
on
the game already.
I mean, it was. You go to a place, you fight waves of enemies while holding a spot.
Yeah.
Just the problem was they ended it after a few waves, and they bored you to death with the story every single time you went and ran those missions because that's what the game is.
So...
Stop it there. I feel there's nothing else I can say.
I just fucking... Okay, so...
No, we're going...
I mean, we have
we have news.
We jumped around.
Oh my god, we did!
We did! And do!
Oh no!
So-
What have I done?
Bees. Always bees.
Bees.
So, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is coming to the PS4. We know that. But now it's announced for May 26th for $25.
Yeah, we actually got a release date, and they said they're removing all the PS3 controller lag that was there.
That's good, because the reason the 360 version was the definitive one for EVO is because of that lag.
Right.
Because the PS3 apparently has significant controller input latency. Like, developers complained about it all the time. So about just getting a worse version of every game last gen.
Regarding that, there was some story of, like, at a fighting tournament, they, like, played through almost an entire bracket of, I think it was Street Fighter, but then they realized they were playing the wrong version and had all of them
Yep.
go back and do them again.
Yep.
All the
they
matches
realized
again.
they had the wrong, like, edition.
Wow.
Because there's so many.
Right?
They were like, oh, sorry guys, wrong one.
That's awful.
None of that mattered. That's
It's-
pretty much as awful as that Smash tournament I was in at Pensacon.
Right.
It took the entire day to do one tournament. One
Dang.
shitty small tournament.
Right. What was... It comes with all DLC, too. I think they previously announced that.
What's that?
It comes with all the DLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's all included in the
That's
$25
cool.
price.
That's still like an 8-year-old game or something.
It is.
I look forward to not buying it.
But you love Street Fighter.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Let me give them all my money.
You're thinking Street King. Never mind, that's
I'm
a way
thinking of
better game.
Sneak King,
Sneak.
my absolute all-time favorite game.
I platinumed it.
Oh, yeah, we got other Street Fighter-related news.
No, never.
What other Street Fighter news do we have, Bob?
Apparently, some 3DS modder found files relating to Street Fighter, or Ryu specifically, and Roy in Super Smash Bros. Latest update.
I'm upset about this.
Yeah?
I can no longer say Roy's our boy and piss off Dan.
Is Dan apparently gets some manner of weapon?
I can only see good things coming from this. I see Dan's going to charge a thing.
Okay.
That's cool.
He's just gonna go out there and charge his phone or something, right? Okay. There he goes. But I think it's neat. I wonder if this is actually real or like
It could be. I don't know.
this could be a very elaborate stunt,
They could be lying horrendously.
right? But yeah, I
Could be
don't.
another Rayman thing.
But yeah.
GigaBoots has been brought to you by the support of our producers Vincent Poverk and Cywolf via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.